We would like to see most of the human race killed off because it is unworthy. It is unworthy of the gift of life.
I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. They're no better than me.
Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to see a person's head amputated? Think of things so horrible that the human mind cannot imagine them. See all this and more when you see on stage, in person, that crazy mix-up.
I like being set apart from people. I like to be hated.
Safe Word with Jason Rouse.
Nope. Hey everybody, it's Jason Rouse here. I'm at King's Garden with my old timey friend, Mr. Valentin.
Hello.
Here in Copenhagen, and we're doing a little roustabout, aren't we?
We are.
Let me just do that. Hey,
Hi.
so what's happening?
Nothing much. I had 24 hours to get over our little outing
Yeah.
a couple of days ago,
Uh-huh.
where you were so friendly and...
You're gonna have to speak up.
Okay.
I know
Yes.
you're used to being behind the camera.
Yes.
This is show business now.
Okay.
You actually gotta look like you're present. You had a rough night a couple nights ago,
I did.
but you still were able to come at the end.
Well, yes, 3 times. Something
3
like that.
times?
Yes.
Are you trying to come more than once just because you're trying to make a statement?
No, it's because I was really, really inebriated.
So you get more ambitious when you're
Yeah,
wasted?
I do, yeah. Yeah, and it takes me longer.
So now you're trying to come more than once and you're putting in double time
Yes.
to seek those goals.
Yeah.
Now what's happening between the time that it goes in and the orgasm? What's in the middle of all that?
Just like trying to catch my breath, I guess, you know.
Oh yeah, a smoker.
Yeah.
That's the problem with, I don't know if your girlfriend's younger or you,
No, a couple years.
a couple of years is, it's embarrassing when you start wheezing.
But she's like in ridiculous good shape.
Yeah.
So
What's her background?
She's
She's an athlete?
Yeah, actually, she used to do professional soccer.
Oh, okay. So you're afraid to get kicked in the balls.
Well, she can kick for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, she was what do you call it, like a back defense. So nobody like got past, past her.
Yeah, a blocker.
Yeah, something like that. Like you have the goalie, then you have like 4 people in front of him or her in this sense. And she used to do that. So I'm always catching up.
Are you telling me that your girlfriend, under the right circumstances, could like rough you up a little bit? Like bang your head into the door frame, push you down the stairs? You were drunk.
Well, yeah, she could. Probably, but she wouldn't.
Okay, so we're here on a episode of Roustabout here in King's Garden here in Copenhagen, Denmark. I've been here probably about 10 days. Ib here has been a friend of mine since, 2007, I think, when I did the Zulu Gala here in Copenhagen.
Yeah.
And you were working at that event.
No, I was working at Comedy Zoo, who was owned by FBI, Funny Business Incorporated,
Yeah.
who kind of was like a part of the gala.
Okay.
So I think I met you when you were out with a guy called Jesper Holger, and he was like trying to show you the city.
Yeah.
And I met him and you like randomly
Yeah.
because I was just out drinking with my friends, whatever. And he came over to me like, Eep, I'm not vibing with this guy. Can you take him out for me?
Yeah, I usually get pawned off on someone else.
Yeah, and he's like, you like heavy music, right? Like that.
Yeah, this guy's a savage. You'll know what to do with him.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we had like a really good night out. I remember
Yeah, and it's been almost every other year since 2007.
something. Yeah.
Then some shit went down around 2018, and I couldn't make my way back here.
Yeah.
But it's very nice here. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
It's quite pleasant.
Yeah. And then we're in the middle of Copenhagen right here.
This is the city center.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Count Dracula was from here.
Oh no, that's the famous fairy tale author.
She looks like
H.C.
my
Andersen.
ex-fiance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my ex-fiance looked like.
Really getting down that sausage roll.
Hey, that's my wife, goddammit. So who's this guy?
H.C. Andersen.
Is he a poet?
No, he did fairy tales. You know,
Ferret tales?
fairy tales. Yeah,
A fairy
like the most famous one in the world. You know, Ugly Duckling and
Oh, okay.
Cross hands. I don't know what you call that in English. Oh wow.
I get nervous around celebrities. So,
Hey, he actually, that's like a fun fact about him. He had a diary.
diarrhea?
No, a diary.
Oh.
He wrote everything down, and every time he masturbated, he put a little cross up in the corner of the diary.
Huh.
Yeah.
I usually just take a little off my thumb and just kind of smear it on the paper. People know what the stain is. Why would you have to mark off your jack off
Oh,
times?
I think he just really liked to document stuff. I don't know.
Hmm.
But it's like that's like the first fact I think of when I think of him. I can't remember any of his fairy tales, but I can remember like the fact that he always did a little cross in his diary every time
Beat off.
he jacked off. Yeah.
Those pages were stuck together for a reason.
Right.
Mommy!
And I think it was like maybe once a month. You know, I mean, poor man.
Well, maybe it was a big event because he was only cranking them over once a month.
Right.
Who
Maybe
only
he-
jacks off once a month?
Maybe
That's-
just using the diary, you know.
Do you think that was equivalent to his period? He would just beat off until it bled?
Well, I do.
Oh, have you ever ripped some skin off of a hard day at
I
jacking?
have. But that was back in the teenage years when you didn't know what you were doing yet, right?
No, I jacked off so much that I thought I had an STD.
Yeah.
And
jacked
it
off
turns
so
out
much,
it was an STD.
Only like gravel and air came out at the end.
Gravel and air. My coffee, it just went and then flumped over on my balls, like passed out on a beanbag chair.
Yeah.
Anyway, as you can tell, we're talking about jacking off
Yeah.
in this beautiful park. I've walked past 6 families
Yeah.
talking about the most disgusting things so far. Oh, these
At
guys-
least not everybody speaks English in Denmark.
Yeah. Oh,
Pretty cool.
that is the invention of the first fleshlight. Isn't that wild? He's gonna come in that weird dragon lion's mouth.
Kind of looks like my girlfriend's dog.
Let's go through this way. We're gonna do a little zigzag, get away from the general public. So what have you been up to?
Just you know,
I see you on set all the time.
yeah, I do lights on movies, features mostly,
Yeah.
and it's been a couple of crazy years, and then COVID hit, and that was horrible, and I had to like do a lot of commercials because all fiction just got cancelled,
Yeah.
and then now it's like up again, but now there's like a little bit of a crisis because a lot of the creatives are like they want a better deal with like Netflix and the big production companies, streaming things like HBO.
They want long-term
They want like
contracts.
they
that-
want like royalties. So
Yeah.
they don't want like one, you know, amount of money. They want like potentially, if it's a big hit, they want the equivalent.
back,
Yeah. And Netflix said like,
Smart.
fuck you guys.
Oh yeah, Netflix is telling everyone to go fuck themselves.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think like the creative forces in Denmark thought we were like too hot to not work with.
Yeah.
And they said, no, you're like 5 million people. You're like, you know, you're a stain. You're like a drop in the water for them. So they just like pulled everything out of Denmark. And now there's like maybe a deal back on schedule. So I might have a job next year. But yeah, it's been rough, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's almost been worse than COVID this year. But I'm not complaining. I'm working now, so that's good.
I know. I can't complain because I don't have 2 kids and
Right. Yeah.
a baby mama and a girlfriend. That's 98% of your time spoken for
It is.
before you even open your eyes.
Yeah. I have every other weekend.
It's funny.
That's for myself.
I'm so protective of my time, but at the same time, my friends have 0 time. If they saw how I spent my time,
Yeah.
they'd be angry.
Yeah, I am.
I'm hilarious. It's a pirate ship.
Right.
I'm hitting the road again hard.
Yeah.
I'm storing all my shit, and I'm gonna have a rigorous touring schedule for the rest of the year.
When are you going? When are you leaving Denmark? Oh, then you're going to Sweden? No?
I go to Sweden November 1st. I got a few shows there, and then back to Austin November 11th for a couple weeks, and then I'll fly to Canada at the end of November to do a tour for the entire month of December, and then fly to California on New Year's Day.
That's your birthday too.
December 31st. So the day after my birthday,
Okay.
I'll leave for Los Angeles for the first time in 2 years. Dude, I was going through some old of this GoPro footage I've been shooting here.
Yeah.
And some of the clips I'd made, because I'd lived right in Hollywood to where, it's a heavily tourist spot. To see it empty on a Saturday when the sun's out,
Right.
just nothing.
Yeah.
It was haunting.
Like a horror movie, yeah.
And then all the crazies from downtown started to come up into the city.
Yeah. Coming out to the light.
Yeah. Yeah, and just because you can steal anything under $1,000, you can just go into a store and rip it off, and they can't do anything.
Okay.
The law won't even come if it's under $1,000. So
Man.
there's tons of videos of people just going into pharmacies and snapping all the purses off the shelves in the stores, and it's quite exciting.
But I'm guessing there's not a lot of stuff under $1,000 in LA. It's like a
Well, they go in with a
expensive
big
city.
bag. Yeah, it's fucked.
How's it like rent in LA?
I don't know now.
Okay.
It was climbing, but Texas is skyrocketing.
Okay.
Like my rent's gone up almost double in 2 years.
Whoa.
Yeah. So there's no rent control there. My mother lives in just outside of Hamilton, and her rent is 800 Canadian dollars a month because she's on rent control.
And how is Canadian opposed to American dollar?
Probably
Almost the same? Like
No, it's always under probably about, I don't know, 1 Canadian dollar is probably 75 cents
okay,
US.
close to that.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens. The fact that I can actually fly into the country now without showing some sort of documentation
Oh yeah.
that I had a vax or whatever.
You're not vaccinated at all, no?
Look at me. Why would you try and fix it? Just let it go.
Yeah, I have 2 of them,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't know. We were supposed to travel, but that never happened. So now I just have that shit in my blood, I guess.
Yeah.
You're pure.
I'm pure.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna grow up an arm out of my back when I'm 80.
My mother started having problems after the booster. She got shots and then the booster. The shots were fine, and when she got the booster, she's had some health problems, and she's in the hospital actually right now.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry
kind of
to hear that.
fucked.
Actually, I got a thing where it's called cluster headache, or Horton headache.
Migraine headache?
No, it's worse than migraine. It's like migraine's evil stepbrother.
Okay.
It has the highest suicide rate of all diseases because there's like samples of people like scooping their eyes out of like cutlery.
Ooh.
It was so fucking bad.
Oy.
And then like it kept on going for like, I don't know, 2-3 months. And then I got like an oxygen tank. It was the only thing that worked. Like pure oxygen.
To
then it goes away.
relieve the pressure in your head?
I don't know. It's like you give your brain more oxygen. Yeah.
Is there any laundry list of alternative treatments as far as like unconventional organic medicines that you can take that might...
I read something about MDMA. Actually, it should be that had an effect. And I asked my doctor about it, and she was like, "Nope."
Yeah, you can't talk to people that have contracts with pharmaceutical
No.
companies
Yeah.
about something that might just work off the street.
No. Yeah. So yeah, that was that. But I haven't had it for a year now. But that came like somewhat of straight after I got the second booster or whatever, like the Pfizer thingy.
Did you have your second child about 8 months before COVID?
No.
No.
My children are 5 and 3.
Okay.
So I got them before the world was crazy.
That's a weird thing for
But-
a child, but young enough to go with the flow.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't in university or a school.
No. But like, just when I got the first one, like Trump got elected, I'm like, what the fuck am I putting my kid into this world for? But you know,
Because of Donald Trump.
yeah, I think there was just a weird time.
I was in New York when he was elected, and I remember seeing some girl crying on the phone in Starbucks about how could this happen? How could this happen?
Yeah, you made it happen, girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm a firm believer that things have to get really, really bad before it can get good again. So I think that's where we're at now. It's gonna get good again, I guess. I don't know.
I know. Hey, we'll be fine, right?
Yeah, yes, Daddy.
Fuck. Well, the fact that I've got a job in front of an audience is a very refreshing thing.
Yeah, I mean, and people need this. People need to laugh.
Have a laugh.
Yeah.
Have a good old ha-ha.
I read this article that is like the Roaring 20s, I think they were called.
Yeah.
It was like
That's what I thought was going to happen now
Exactly,
after COVID.
right?
I thought we were going to get a boost.
yeah, and everybody's just gonna be fucking in the parks and whatever, and like
Whoa.
orgies and
Jesus.
colorful dresses and but no.
Sex without condoms.
Yes. So
Like all of a sudden there's a bunch of babies being born. I think people did that with the hopes of a roaring 20s situation, but then when it got worse, people got double fucked.
so it's gonna be the Roaring 30s, 2030s then.
I'll be dead.
Yeah. We can go down from the park, and then if we go 2 blocks, then we come down to the lakes.
Yeah.
It's a pretty place too.
That's where I lost my virginity.
At the lakes?
At the lakes, I fell backwards on a branch, trying to chase a bullfrog into the bushes. I was so high.
Why were you chasing the bullfrog?
I thought it was my son. I was high as shit. Those mushrooms are strong here.
They are, and it's actually season right now.
Yeah, I mentioned that on stage last night and everyone stared at me. I go, is it mushroom season? And then I got into a discussion with the kids in the front about, because I met the kid in the front row. He'd been with his girlfriend for 6 years.
Wow.
And that had been his only girlfriend.
Oh man.
So he's only been single for 2 months. That kid is gonna fuck.
Yeah, but you should totally go shroom hunting now.
I told him to take mushrooms
Yeah.
and fuck as many homeless people as possible. I told him to bang the old broads that were sitting behind him.
Everybody should do mushrooms just once in life.
And somebody should fuck an old lady.
Yeah. Well, done that.
What's the oldest? 80?
Like me?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. 60 maybe?
60's cool,
Yeah.
but you were 13 at the time.
Exactly. I was pretty young.
She was senile.
Well, yeah. She is now.
Yeah. Boom! Stay down, Marjorie.
Well, yeah, that's a while ago.
Wow. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, I'm telling.
I love hearing the children because it always reminds me to buy condoms.
Yes.
Isn't it weird that I have not bred?
Well, it is, and it is totally not. Because
Do you think it's my lack of potency, or
No, actually,
I'm very
I
protective?
think actually you would be a very, very sweet and loving father. But
Not to my own children.
no,
but the
exactly.
neighborhood kids I take good care of.
I mean, that's like a big misconception about you. When I introduce you to my friends, they think you're like
Got rabies?
This crazy guy that goes around like putting stuff up his butt all the time.
Whoa.
Whatever, right?
That was the 90s.
But you're like, hi, Fie. Hi.
Hej, jeg er nødt til at løbe. Jeg
Jamen, det gør jeg.
Do you guys know each other?
Yeah, we work together.
Okay.
She's assistant director.
Oh, that was awkward. My ex.
No, she's a sweetheart, man. She was kind of dressed up, probably going on a date or something.
Ooh.
That's totally typical Copenhagen too. Copenhagen is a big city. I mean, there's like a million plus people in here, but I always meet somebody I know. It's like the world's
Biggest small town, yeah.
Yeah, the world's biggest like small town.
I'm like that at the free clinic. I always run into somebody I know. There's no hugging though.
Oh, I think Danish people are hugging people. You know, hugging.
Yeah, I've had
Breed.
more human contact in the 2 weeks that I've been here than I've had in the last 2 years.
Yeah, but we are like that, very loving, and we have this word hygge, you know.
Oh, the old hygge.
Hygge.
What's
Yeah.
that mean?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, because there's like no real direct translation, but it's kind of like coziness,
Okay, snuggly.
snuggly. Yeah, snuggly is a good word.
Okay.
It's like, you know, sit at home, you know, light some candles, sit with a blanket, oral sex or something, you know.
Oral sex.
Oral.
Jesus. How many people do you think you've been inside? Now, I know you work in the hostel. You can't count that because
Ooh.
that's like shooting ducks in a barrel.
Oof, yeah, fuck. That's a very personal question, but I'll
Yeah.
say a couple hundred maybe.
Jesus.
Yeah, but that's, again, very normal in Denmark, I think. I mean, Denmark was the first country in the world to legalize porn. Fun fact. Like, before every other country in the world. So, like, the whole, it's very, what do you call, like, liberal.
Yeah.
And I think that's really, like, something that...
I can tell by the reactions from the audience. The women are, in most cases, laugh harder than the guys. If
Yeah.
It's something a little twisted.
That sounds right, yeah. I think, yeah, it's definitely like, you know, it's very free, and so it's okay to be freaky, and
Yeah.
like, and it's like very open sexually.
Well, because of that, do you get in over your head sometimes where you get somebody that's double freak? And you're like, this isn't even fun. I'm a little nervous. This bitch is crazy.
Yeah, of course I have. Stupid question.
What happened?
I mean,
Like, burn my face with a cigar or something? Or
I
usually
would-
some sort of physical abuse.
It's, yeah, definitely. It's something. It's definitely something to do with like the domination part of it, right?
Yeah.
And like a rapey vibe.
I
guess.
always, if I get something that's a little over the top, I'll just say, okay, I want you to go in the bathroom and I'll set the stage. And then I put a chair against the door and I leave.
You dog.
Yeah. You want to be punished? You're going to starve to death in there. I got your phone, bitch. And I took all the toilet paper out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
All there is one sock, and I've already wiped with it once.
I wonder how long you can survive on just like toothpaste and soap.
Yeah. She's drinking all the shampoo. Her pussy farts smell like bubble gum.
Classic.
Yeah, it's so nice out. This is not a typical Danish weather we're getting here. This is
October is usually very windy, very wet. This is kind of too nice. Must mean that in a month or something, like, it's gonna be shit.
yeah.
And like I mean, I'm 42 now, so when I was a kid, the seasons were like in the seasons, right? Now there's like only 2 seasons. It's like boom, winter, boom, summer.
That's like Texas.
Yeah.
And the summer's like unbearable. Like August is, you can't really even be outside in the month of August because it's 120 outside. It's polarizing.
Fuck.
It's really hot.
The lakes are just up here
Oh.
after this block.
Oh, nice.
You go to that death metal store?
Yeah.
Extremely rotten.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice little
Yeah,
boutique.
the dude that owns the store there, he did some really good flyers.
Yeah. He's the lead singer of Undergang. Very good Danish death metal. Old
Yeah, Dennis showed me a video.
school. Yeah.
And they were excellent.
They're really good. Yeah. It's just like really lo-fi.
Old school.
Yeah.
Death metal.
Yeah. Let's walk. No, they're great. And they have like a festival every year called Killtown,
Oh, yeah?
where you have like crazy bands coming through.
Yeah.
Like, you know, death metal bands that I haven't played for 20 years comes like through, you know. I don't know how to do it. But they must have some kind of pull, I guess.
Yeah.
Because of his band or
Very
whatever.
prestigious metal festival to do.
And it's just like, not metal, it's like death metal.
Yeah.
Like the poster they used to have, it had like all these names, nobody could fucking read what was on it. So every band had like, you know, the name typed in like
Yeah.
normal font under it, so people could navigate it. I love that. I have those, a couple of them at home actually.
That's kind of the rule of thumb with death metal is the band logos are unreadable.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a dogma.
And it's funny because it has almost a graffiti element to the fonts, where they're all kind of meshed together and intertwined.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of that genre of music, but definitely like the aesthetics too, right?
Gold's got a show here next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go. I think that's going to be a good one.
Is it next week?
I think so.
We could go. If it's no, next week I'm coming back to Copenhagen in 14 days, or like 2 weeks.
Okay.
And we're gonna figure out what to do. I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm. How long's the train ride from your place to here?
2.5 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, but I mean, if you go from one end to the other end of Denmark and train, it would be 5 hours, I think. That's the country. That's it. When I came down, I worked like in the most northern part of Denmark when I came down here Friday. And I flew from that part to Copenhagen. The plane was in the air 35 minutes.
Yeah,
That's it.
It just goes zip.
Yeah, exactly. It was, I mean, it's crazy.
Is it a prop plane, like propeller plane?
No, jet.
Oh, okay.
It was
prop
a
planes
huge
are-
plane actually. I was like, this is a big plane for like a short trip. But it's funny that, and it's cheaper to fly than take the train.
Yeah, but the time at the airport is the equivalent of what the train ride would be.
Yeah,
From leaving your house.
I think you have to be there an hour before. And the whole thing took me like 3 hours. So it's like half the time that the train would take.
Okay.
And cheaper. And work paid for it, so, you know, whatever.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's beautiful out.
Yeah, that's the lakes.
Yeah.
So Copenhagen is like, if you see it like geographically, it's like a hand. So you have like the northern part, the eastern part, the southern part. And this is like the eastern part, so that's Østerbro. And always like, you know, different bridges. So we have Vesterport, Nørreport, Østerport. So it's west, north and east. So it's pretty, and everything in Copenhagen takes like 20 minutes. If you take the train, it's 20 minutes. If you bike it takes 20 minutes.
Yeah, and
When
I
I got
found an hour walk.
Yeah.
I found.
Yeah. And when I like met you, it took me 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's a very navigatable. Is that a word? Navigatable?
Yeah, very bike friendly paths. Like you don't really need a vehicle if you got a heartbeat and some legs.
Yeah, but like I told you before, the people on bikes in Denmark, you know, they're
New York cab drivers.
yeah, exactly. They're aggressive.
Yeah.
You have to really, really keep your head on a swivel.
I'm going.
go down here.
Yeah. I'm going to bring my BMX next time and do one of those long bike rides.
I know a girl who has like she used to work at Company 2 too. She has like a bike rental place.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know if they have BMX and stuff.
I know. I only saw one BMX here.
Well,
Everybody's driving those old bikes.
yeah. Grandpa bikes.
But it's just to get from A to B.
Yeah. No, bikes are definitely the way to go, man. Like when we're going to the Russell Peters show, you're like, so your friend, is he driving? Like, does he have a license? Yes. He's gonna pick us up? No. Nobody fucking drives around Copenhagen.
Yeah. Because you guys are wasted all the time. You can't.
Yeah, that too.
You drive because you're drunk.
Or we're going to a place to get wasted. It's one or the other. So like when you're going out in Copenhagen, it's bikes or cabs or buses or the metro.
The air is fresh.
It is. See that very tall building right there?
Uh-huh.
That's
Oh, okay. Pretty central.
yeah, it's like the most central place in like Vesterbro is kind of like the Brooklyn of New York. It's
Okay.
like the hipster central, right?
Williamsburg.
A lot of mustaches and coffees and funny socks and
Yeah, that's it.
microbreweries.
Yeah, it's weird because you go to other countries and you'll see the same culture.
Yeah,
Everyone looks the same but sounds different.
I've thought about that actually once. Like, why is it always the southern part that's like, you know, the hicks and the racists and all the stupid people? Why they always travel south? Like, it doesn't matter what country you're in the south.
Are you
have
saying
all
Texas might be racist?
no. Maybe have a little
That's
bit of
the
history.
South.
You know, they used to be. But I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird, right? It's always the southern part that's the rednecks of that certain country.
I've always lived in the east
Yeah.
or the north. East north. Is that a thing? Yeah.
East, north? I guess so. I think that's where the rich people in Denmark mostly are. In Denmark, you say Nordsjælland. That's like the northern part of
Nordsjælland.
Nordsjælland. Sjælland is like the whole island of where Copenhagen is. If you go north, that's where you see all the Land Rovers and Teslas and
Yuppies.
yeah, money people.
Yeah, we want nothing to do with the money people until we can
No.
afford to live there.
Yeah, fuck money, overrated.
Yeah, there's no shortage of wind. Oh. Are you horny? Oh no, you've been fucking.
Yeah, I'm all emptied out.
Both barrels?
Yes.
Jeez.
It was rough, man.
What do you mean?
I mean, just so hungover and
Do you get on top?
sometimes.
Oh, lucky.
I did some moves, man. I had never
Yeah.
done before. Like actually,
Like what? Try?
it's like you know, with the bad guy from Silence of the Lambs. He put this like between the legs,
Yeah.
and then that's why, you know, the opposite way. So it's like
You were fucking backwards?
yeah.
Whoa. See, you can teach an old dog new tricks.
I was surprised, and I stopped in the middle like, holy shit, this is new, right?
Yeah, I do a reverse oil driller on it. The gymnastics part of it is,
Yeah.
something to be proud of. But
I'm pretty impressed by myself.
you know how you could only fuck like that because you can't get all hard, so you can bend it all over the
Exactly.
place.
It's just like
Yeah. You got to be creative. Did she just say?
she said, I'm just gonna
Push me?
go around you so you don't push me in the water.
Huh. That was polite.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And she was pretty friendly, I would say. That's another.
She
route.
touched me.
Yeah.
That was the most
That's what we talked about.
sex I've had.
Exactly. People are very touchy-feely.
Is that the lifeguard?
No. Well,
On that high bench.
no. That's just a weird bench.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's weird.
Weird, yeah. It is. Cute though.
I'm gonna sit under the bench and cry while those two talk about their relationship.
All these things. Right now they have
An election.
yeah.
Hey, a black guy. That's the first one I've seen.
He's not really black, that guy.
You don't think so?
He's Russell Peter black, you know, right?
Russell Peter.
Not Africa black.
Tan.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna vote because they're all fucking corrupt.
Oh, you think politicians are full of shit?
Yes. It's not a question about something for society. It's a question about power and money and like ego tripping.
Yeah, I never understood the attraction to politics. Because you can't be the king. You're
No.
just part of the machine.
Yes.
And all the pieces are broken and don't fit, and everyone's trying to start the car at the same time.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like getting worse. I don't know.
Everything went to shit after the Queen died.
Oh, the English Queen.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Rest in peace, Queen. I don't give a shit.
I heard they're putting Wayne Gretzky on the $5 bill.
Wait, Gretzky?
Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
But he's like a football guy, right?
Hockey player.
Hockey. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Probably the only hockey player I've ever learned the name.
Right. He's like a legend in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, around the world. As far as hockey goes, Wayne Gretzky's maybe, I don't know, top 5 ever. I don't know.
I never got into hockey, but I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome that you can hit each other in the face.
Yeah,
It's like allowed.
to a certain degree, not like the 70s
Okay.
where you could just assault somebody
Okay.
and put them in the hospital and that was part of the game.
Well,
There's a great documentary on Netflix called Gladiator, and
Yeah?
it's about all the enforcers from all these renegade NHL teams that had guys that were, in between prison and a professional hockey career, and these guys would just pummel people. It was brutal. They do highlights of all the beatings that these guys gave out, and they talk about them.
Awesome.
But most of them, their bodies were just destroyed from
well, yeah.
all the injuries and then getting addicted to painkillers like
Right.
a lot of athletes do. Have you ever had a problem with pills?
No.
No.
Not really.
And what about fentanyl?
What
Can you
about
get that?
No, I mean, I don't know.
There's no fentanyl in the drugs here.
Uh,
You don't hear about it like in North
No, I don't
America.
think so.
All the overdoses.
drugs are more accessible and more pure than ever. That's the only thing I know. And I mean, and it's very, very normal today, especially around young people.
Yeah.
And compared to back when I was younger, it was super secret and like only like a little certain group of people did it. Now it's like everywhere. And it's like it's like kind of what Russell Peters did. Is named said in his show that like now we are the old assholes, like looking back, like saying like
The generation.
yeah, it's a generation thing, but it is. I mean, so crazy right now. I mean, but I'm not judging. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I don't really care. All the anxiety over this wokey
Yeah.
behavior, but I am.
I guess it's how much you like take it in, right?
That's the thing, and they clearly can see at a glance that they can't get me
Yeah.
because I don't care,
Yeah.
and I got nothing to lose.
Yeah. Well, exactly. It's how much you let it,
Creeped on your life.
Exactly.
Wow. I canceled myself before they got to me. I realized that very on that okay, I'm running into some resistance to what I'm doing at the early stages of my career. Maybe I'll just double down on that and spend the next 20 years waiting for the wind to change direction.
Right.
And it has. I knew as more people became more sensitive and focused on what comedians were saying,
Right.
it worked in my favor because all the fakers and liars were the ones that were most active because they had
Yes,
something
yes.
to defend.
Yeah, they were panicking.
Yeah. which is hilarious to me.
I've had a thought once when all that Me Too thing rolled on, right? Why did fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger, why didn't he get cancelled? If you look at any footage on like documentaries back then, he like just picked up women on the beach and ran with them, like,
Yeah.
you know? But you know why? Because he fucking saw that thing come, and he paid them off, all of them. Like, made them sign something, gets $1 million.
Wow. Yeah.
Because, I mean, he really should get cancelled. I mean, not saying he's a bad guy or anything, but like the way things were back then.
No
I
cell
mean,
phones though, so you didn't really have any evidence. It was all hearsay.
No, go on YouTube and write Arnold Schwarzenegger in Brazil and see him just lose his mind. Like, yeah, the
What
asses
year?
are so big. Go this way. Like, it's like literally footage of him like seeing like a Brazilian beautiful woman at a beach and just him picking her up and running away with her. You know, I mean, and you know, he had some history with other stuff, I guess, but yeah, but he's just like too clever. He paid that shit off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he is like, I mean, very, very intelligent. I mean,
It's wild. He was governor of California.
yeah, born in where, Switzerland, right? Or Austria?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is wild. I have huge respect for that guy.
Let's hear the impression.
Come on!
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's your daddy? What does he do for a living? Yeah.
It's Sunday.
It is Sunday, yeah. There's a lot of people out there.
This beautiful break in the weather. Remember that last time I was here, I stayed for the whole month of December.
Yeah.
And it was dark.
Yeah. But it
Very-
gets really dark.
Yeah.
That's also why
Like when it's the darkest, you have like, I don't know, 3 hours of sunlight, and then it gets dark again. We call it suicide season because people really get depressed.
Suicide season.
It is.
That's when I do my best work.
Yeah. But it's even worse like if you go to Iceland or like another part of Norway and Sweden. It's crazy dark. And in the summer it doesn't get dark, it's just like day all day.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's worse actually.
Yeah, it does fuck with your compass as far as what the hours of the day are.
I'm gonna move in the middle of the planet Earth at some point where it's just like perfect ratio of day and night.
That's California.
Is it?
The weather's perfect every day.
Yeah.
It's just the people who aren't.
Well, someday maybe. I'm gonna get my teeth fixed first.
What are you gonna get?
My teeth fixed?
Yeah.
Dental stuff in Denmark is ridiculous.
Well, that's why you come to get your teeth fixed in Texas.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you get a better deal.
Well,
What are you gonna do? Braces or?
Yeah. Well, I'm missing a tooth over here. I want a gold one, and just want like a.
Straighten your shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had braces when I was 31.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for 2 years.
Well, you have very nice teeth.
Yeah, fortunately, it didn't take the full 4 years that he told me initially.
4 years.
Yeah, which was fine. I'm like, yeah, but at the end of it, my shit's all lined up. Because
Yeah.
I had a terrible mouth, and it was a disaster. I had all this crowding in the bottom,
Oh, okay.
and my front teeth were all fucked out from sucking my thumb when I was a kid.
It's like gap.
Space?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a sign of wealth.
Well,
Maybe you should widen the gap a little
yeah.
more.
Fetch the crowbar, man.
Oh, Mr. Whiskers.
That's a pop.
It's cute. Oh yeah. This is a perfect Sunday.
It's very nice out.
Getting our steps in.
Look, there are like there's a swan boat out there. Look at that. Maybe we should take a swan boat trip.
Hold hands.
Yeah. Do an old swan reach around.
Wait till they see me stand up in the back of the swan and have a shit. We're breaking up.
Yeah.
Why?
You can't fire me. I
What's
quit.
in that? Ew.
I don't know. Rice?
I'm gonna eat it. Have you ever eaten things off the ground? Like women?
Well, yeah, of course. That's the half an hour rule, right? Very crowded.
I know, I feel like running and screaming. I don't know what it is about people that are happy, but I tend to want to disturb the peace.
Yeah, but that's another fun fact about Denmark. It's the happiest country in the world.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't get it. And people say it's something to do with that word hygge.
Hookah?
Hygge.
What's hookah?
That's the we talked about earlier.
Oh.
It's like the cozy. You said another word that was good.
Oh,
Uh,
snuggle.
snuggle. Yeah. Snuggle. Schniegel.
There's my countryman, the Canadian duck.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Sit down a bit.
I haven't traveled in so long. No, it's not that kind of tired. I just thinking about what I need to do for tonight's show, what I'm gonna put out. Sunday's always a good night to be more experimental.
How
me-
come?
Just because people are more, they've been off work a couple of days.
Okay, yeah, okay. They're like
And-
settled into the weekend.
Yeah, most of them have had a rigorous weekend, so being entertained, they seem to be a little more submissive to
Right.
my abuse.
Like half of them are gonna be hungover too.
Yeah, I like hungover people are great because they can't fight back.
Right.
Yeah,
Just gonna take it.
Yeah, take it. Give it to me. We paid for this.
Yeah, can't come to that show tonight. I'm kind of sorry about that.
That's fine though.
Yeah.
There's like 9 more. So.
How
and
about
I'm here
that?
for
You know,
2
not,
weeks.
not next weekend, but next week again when I come back.
Yeah.
You're gonna.
I'll book something. I don't
Okay.
have anything in the books.
Okay, okay.
Like, what are you doing for Halloween?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I used to have a couple of friends that had parties, but
Dennis is having a party.
is he?
Yeah.
At their place?
Yeah.
Like a Halloween party?
Yeah.
Guess we could do that.
Yeah. And then I get to take the train the next day.
Oh, is that right before you leave?
Yeah, I think the party's on the 30th. And then I'll leave on the 1st. What's the last Friday in October?
Hang on. That's Friday in October is the 28th,
Yeah, it must be the 28th then. Or the 29th.
and that's the weekend I come back.
Alright,
Yeah.
that might be the plan then.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna hang that weekend.
This guy's selling cheese?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna buy it all and just eat it in front of him. And then throw myself into the lake.
The old eaten cheese lake maneuver.
Yeah, seen it 1,000 times.
Seen it 1,000 times. Typical of Canadian.
We love our cheese. Canadian cheddar.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. It's made with milk.
Instead of
Cheese.
that's the old venue, or like an old discotheque. And they called it the chlamydia castle
Why?
because it's just like a lot of chlamydia going around.
Just in that building?
Yeah, chlamydia castle,
Jesus.
chlamydia slotted.
How many times have you had chlamydia?
2, I think.
Yeah, that's a standard. I
Yeah.
don't think you can become a man without
No.
2 cases of chlamydia.
I remember the doctor when I got it, and he's like, because that was back then when you had to like get the thing in the hole.
Yeah, I used to show up with a Q-tip stuck in it and go, I think I was in a fight last night.
But he said like, because I was kind of bummed out, I was young.
Yeah.
He's like, don't be sad. And he like he said, look at it like this. Every time a soldier goes to war, he comes home with a couple of scratches, you know. Like, oh yeah, I've been to war. over here.
It's funny because I can run for it like ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes when I'm smoking and I'm out and I see people running and I'm dressed like this, I can keep up to them for like a half hour and then they get angry because I got a cigarette in my hand while I'm running. I used to do that in LA. I'd go hike up Runyon Canyon and I'd pass people like 3 times with a weight vest when there's like 100 out, and then I'd be at the bottom of the hill smoking and they'd look at me as they walk by like, what the fuck?
I can see that. I would get pissed
sick.
off too. You're probably in a much better shape than me too. I'm like in my life's worst shape ever.
Speaking of worst shape ever, I'm gonna make a battery change.
Okay.
We would like to see most of the human race killed off because it is unworthy. It is unworthy of the gift of life.
I don't care what society thinks. They're nothing anyway. They're no better than me.
Until we hear the safe word, we will not stop.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to see a person's head amputated? Think of things so horrible that the human mind cannot imagine them. See all this and more when you see on stage, in person, that crazy mix-up.
I like being set apart from people. I like to be hated.